Hi parents, I'm Dr. Doug. I'm a father of 4 and a licensed psychologist in Durango, Colorado, helping parents be better leaders in their homes. I received a question recently from a mother of 3 who asked me, Dr. Doug, how do I get my kids to listen to me? Excellent question. Nobody likes to be told what to do. I don't like to be told what to do, and I'm sure you don't like to be told what to do either. And every time we tell a person what to do and they don't comply, we find ourselves at a loss for what to do, and they learn that our words are meaningless. How often do you find yourself telling your child to go to sleep? Because, of course, you want your child to get a good night's sleep. But as soon as your child's eyes pop open, your child is learning there is no value in listening to your words. I wonder how many times good and caring people tell their kids, you need to treat me with respect, and immediately hear a snotty comeback, I am treating you with respect. Each time this happens, their kids become more convinced that their parents' words have no meaning. I can recall times when I'm marching my kids from one activity to another all around town, and I holler back at my kids, come on guys, hurry up, and watch in frustration as my kids become sort of snail-like. Each time this happens, my kids learn to tune me out. So what can we do? Well, I've learned, never tell a stubborn child what to do. Instead, describe what you are willing to do or will allow instead. We can do this by using enforceable statements, essentially statements we know we can enforce. This allows us to enjoy the benefit of always being able to follow through on our word. So when we say something like, I'll be happy to listen when your voice sounds like mine, we can prove our words are important by simply refusing to listen when our kids are acting nasty. The other day, I told my 13-year-old daughter, I am happy to let you have fun with your friends when you help out around the house. I'm not telling her what to do. Rather, I am letting her know what I am willing to do and allow. And so when she responds, oh, come on, Dad, I can use one of those one-liners and say, what did I say? And I repeat that as many times as I need to without getting pulled into a destructive argument. When we use enforceable statements, we dramatically increase the odds that our kids will listen very carefully when we speak. Here are some more common enforceable statements that you might consider experimenting with, like, I give dessert to kids who finish their dinners. Or, you may go online as long as I'm around to supervise. Or, I do nice things for kids who are nice to me. How about, my car leaves for school at 7 a.m.? Or how about, I'll be happy to do the extra things I do for you when I feel treated with respect. You see, enforceable statements allow us to control what we can control, our own behavior, without telling our kids what to do. Sometimes our kids will behave in ways or at times that really leave us dumbfounded and confused as to what to do. Now, when this happens, I recommend we experience an energy drain. That's right, an energy drain. Think about all the things you do for your kids. Being a parent, man, is hard work and it requires energy. And sometimes our kids say things or do things that simply drains our energy so much that we don't have enough energy to do anything else for them. For example, a mother I was visiting with asked me what to do when her 2 kids are fighting in the back seat of her car while driving them home from school. I recommended an energy drain in that case, which included her exclaiming in a dramatic way, oh, energy drain, and all that fighting in the back seat drains my energy. And when the family got home and the kids were sort of demanding her to fix them an afternoon snack, she said with some sadness in her voice, oh, kids, this is so sad. All my energy is drained from you fighting in the back seat. I simply don't have enough energy to fix you a snack. I gotta go lay down. Now the kids were sad and worried and asked what they could do to put energy back into their mom so she'd have enough energy to fix them dinner later. You see, parents, we can use tools like these to be better leaders in our homes, and by doing so, have more fun raising respectful, responsible, and resilient kids in this challenging world. I invite you to please send me your parenting questions to AskDrDoug@durangotv.com, and I'll address them in future episodes. I'm Dr. Doug. Parents, be your child's hero.